Hello and welcome to episode number 13 of this Let's Play Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. You'll see the game seems a little bit on focus here. Let's go a little bit closer. It is a little town that is brimming with life, and our republic is officially inhabited by people. So, that's what we did last episode. We managed to actually get people in here. There is still a couple of things that we need to address. So, let's think about what we're going to do here. We also finished up the clothing factory last episode, and we have set it up so we are supplying our own fabrics here. So that's good. Not our own, but we're buying fabrics from the custom house here, and then we'll bring it out here. We are going to make sure that we also have workers here, so we're going to be telling some of our precious workers to go in here. Hopefully you know how to sew, basically. So we're already starting to spread our population very thin. So we're going to go over everything here and see if everything is in order. We already saw that we have a little bit of a little bit of a problem here. Oh, look at that, we already have kids in here, so that means that potentially somebody has died or left. Yeah, one person has died and he had a kid. So if we didn't have the orphanage, this kid would also have been taken out of the game. Not quite sure what happened, but let's not question the game too much. Yeah. Sending them out to the woods, being eaten up by Boris the bear. Who knows? Who knows? So, what should we do now? We did tell some of our people to go up here and sew clothing. So basically what they're going to do, first they're going to have to fill up the internal warehouse here with a little bit of clothing. And you see it's very slow. But we only have 4 people. And let's have a look at... Oh, now we only have 2 people. Their productivity is at 94% and 70%. So they were actually pretty good people. Pretty efficient people. But since we now are making our own clothing, we are going to be not doing that. And we're going to be telling you to unload clothing to the custom house instead. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky for me to explain. So, we need clothing not just here in the supermarket. We also need clothing out here in the prison. And let's see here. Where is the cargo station? That is over here. We're not going to unload here. We're going to load clothings here. And we're not going to load everything. So basically 0%. That means they're going to be loading every little clothing we have. Every little shoe, every little pants, every little t-shirt. So we have 9.8%. So let's say we just want to unload if we have more than 50%. Maybe even 60%. So we'll also have to look at this. This can carry 6.5 tons. So I kind of would like them to be able to pick up at least 6.5 tons of clothing and still have some clothing left here. So let me bring up the calculator. So if we have 10%, that is 0.18, right? Oh, sorry, 0.918. And if we said 60%, so we'll take that, multiply that with 60%, or 6, then we get 6.9 tons. That means we're going to be left with only 400 kilos of clothing. So maybe that is not enough. I kind of would like to be a little bit more safe than that. So we're going to be doing 70%. So 70% of 0.918, multiply that by 7. How did that become less? It says that is 6 Okay, we're gonna need to bring it up even more. Okay, 0.918, and then multiply that with 80, or 8. That is 7.3. That is good. Okay, so we're gonna be loading this up at 80%. So we're gonna be loading clothing 80%. So that means, oh, I closed the calculator again. 0.918 multiplied with 8. That's 7.344. Okay. So that means when we have more than 7 tons of clothing in here, 7.344, was that what I said? Yeah, when we have around 7.3 tons, we are going to be sending a truck here, filling that up with clothing, and selling it to the border. That is basically how it works. I think actually we could close this now. How is happiness doing? There's still some people complaining about not getting clothing, which is weird. And we also need to pay attention to these houses here. If we have less than 30 here, that means that somebody have moved in here. And if we have less than 42 here, that means that somebody have moved in here. As soon as that happens, we're going to have to tell them to go here, because we can't do that while we don't have any people living here. We can forcibly move them, forcefully relocate 10 citizens out here just to seed the buildings. That is not a good idea, because I don't know. Would you have liked if the government came in and said, excuse me, sir, I know you have made a home for you here, but yeah, you're going to have to move. Yeah, they're not going to be happy about that. So we're just going to let them grow naturally and just pay attention to that. I also would like to see how our trash situation is going. So here we have already filled up a little bit of trash here. Now this is going to be filled up completely before it's being emptied out. So 6.5 tons before they do anything here. Let's see here. How are we doing here? I think maybe we should be able to start some research here. When it comes to research, we only have the technical university, so we can only research the things in blue. Now, what do we want to research? I kind of would like to go down the concrete route, so we can squeeze in more high-rise buildings. There is also another couple of things that we might go down the chemical route, so we can start making our own chemicals, because that is going to get expensive over a certain amount of time, trust me. Then we also have the geological facility. If you have played this game in previous versions, you knew that there are resources. You could just click on them and then you can see them. But here we're going to have to research a little bit. And we're going to have to research this to unlock, I think it's coal, oil, and iron. And then you need to research something in here that unlocks the bitumen, the bauxite. And then you have to research something here to unlock uranium mining. And then, well, actually we have to research faculty of nuclear science as well to get that done. We could also research airports. I don't think we get anything from doing that. You just click on it. Yeah, so we can get the taxiway and the runway if we like. Study of renewable energy, which would be a good thing, but not very efficient. I must say, it's not very efficient. Excuse me, politics. Yeah, just saying. Then we have processing, processing and disposal of waste. This could be good. This could be very good. But it's going to take a little bit of time. So basically, we need to study, like, basically, what should we do with the trash? And then we can say, go on to do this research here, and we say, you know what, we could have people just walking around there, sorting out the plastic from the wood and steel and the aluminium. And then we could go down this thing here, the waste separation edification, which allows the populace, well, it tells the populace, you know, sort your trash. Because you see in here, there is already 5, so this has 0.6 tons of trash. Less than 5% is metal scrap. So if we had that sorting thing, the metal scrap would have gone in this container. We have plastic waste, which would have gone into this container. Then we have biological waste, which would have gone in this container. And then we have burnable and other waste. That probably goes in mixed waste, I would imagine. So yeah, there is a lot of things to think about. Speaking of, we have not built this guy. This is something we probably should build. Let's see here. What are we currently building? The vehicle repair station. That's good. Okay. So that is the only building that we are going to be building right now, and we're going to build that with our own blood, sweat, and tears. And this is going to be nice. Going to be nice because our vehicles, if I can click on the right thing here, our vehicles, they have something called wear and tear. So basically, say this microbus here, he is, yeah, he's starting to, probably starting to look a little bit wary. Alright, it's still looking fine. Maybe it's around 30%, then he will start to see some rust on the vehicle, and, you know, and it's gonna be terrible. They're gonna be operating less efficiently the longer we have them. Not the longer we have them, but it's a combination between how long they or how old they are. This also needs to be built, by the way. Just saying. Yeah, it's a combination between how old they are and how much we have used them. So when they get to a point, they will break down, and that's not going to be good. So we're going to be doing the best thing to do: take care of our vehicles and repair them when they're needed. I wonder if we should just set you to 7 workers. Ah, that's why. Okay, we're going to tell you to go here. Go here. That's why we had so many workers here. So now, when they go disembark the bus, they are forced to go and work at the heating plant here. How far can we walk? We can walk all the way over here, right? Yeah, no problem. I kind of also would like to check on our population. We should have... It's a little bit spooky that we haven't had any childbirth yet. So the more people look at that, happiness down to 76%. It will probably drop a little bit, but as long as we don't kind of drop below 60, I don't think we're gonna have like a major issue. Well, who knows? We still have 381,000 rubles left. That, I must say, I'm pretty pleased with. Did we go over... No. Thought we did. Well, so if you have seen any City Skyline video, you probably know who Biffy is, and he loves the roundabouts. So this is going to be an homage to him. We're just going to be doing all the roundabouts. Make sure that they have, when they're in the roundabout, they have free reign. Okay, there we go. That's all of them. Then we're gonna go out here. This is gonna be the highway. This is gonna be the main priority road here. So the cool thing is when we do this, there is actually like some tiny signposts here, which is kind of cute and adorable. It's hard to see, but they're there. They are there. And there we go. So next intersection here, and this is mainly because we want the buses and the dumper trucks that supply coal up here to have flare traffic. I wonder if we would like to make this a little bit different. I wonder if we should let the buses be the main priority here. So that means number 5 is going to be that guy. So number 2 is going to be like so. So they have, this is kind of the main priority road now. And then number 1 and number 3 and have their right of way here. Then here we're gonna have number 2 and number 3 have the right of way. So that means we'll take away number 4 so they can kind of move uninterrupted, I guess. It's also strange how they move back through the bus stop. That's not quite what we want. So what we can try and do, we can try and let's put like a little waypoint here, and it actually is a waypoint. I don't know if you know what it says here. Don't be afraid to let me know. Because I don't read Cyrillic. So we'll go into the line here. We'll go into the bus line here. And we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment here. We're going to tell you after you are done here, you're going to go down here. Alright. Is that going to have like a more interesting area? So now you're going to go down here. Yep. So that's kind of how we can fix the routes. So we have like a nice little flow here. Yes, that is exactly what it means. Right, are we getting some babies in our republic? It would have been very nice. Theoretically, we should though, right? We have this guy here, which we probably would like to talk a little bit. Not this guy in particular. Grinshin Maxim Fyodorovich. Okay. So he went in here. He was just a child when he came in here. So we have now currently 3 people working in the orphanage, taking care of this guy here. If they are very unhappy, or if they're not kind of productive enough, these numbers here are going to fluctuate. And we kind of would like them to not be criminal, so that's good. And we can adjust all these numbers by adjusting these here. So let's say we would like them to be more cultural. So we'll do that. That does affect other things. Like, for example, what does it? Sports. Affiliation for sports is going down. Culture is going up. So that means that this guy here is going to be more interested in going and do cultural stuff than sports stuff. So so that's not good. I would like to have a little bit of propaganda in them as well. Can we actually get this to be 0 or even plus? We could. That is interesting. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fine. Is there anything else we need to think about? His happiness is going to be a little bit ish, but it's still a plus. It's culture enjoyment is going to be so this kind of terminates, if I'm understanding this correctly, this terminates what they will do in their free time. So basically, visit a doctor, and it's going to increase their lifespan. So let's say this person here, 35 years old, and he will live to about 82 years old if nothing terrible happens. And, you know, fires, disease, pollution, there's a bunch of things that can affect the average. Oh, look at that, we actually have 2 births in our republic. So basically we have twice as many people being born than dying. I like statistics. All right. Okay, we have plenty of students here. That's something we also need to be aware of. Should we go over how the education works? Maybe. Okay, so from you are a little child, you're going to be sent in here. Institutionalized by the Republic. Right now we can have up to 45 kids. We have 7. We invited 200, but we did invite 200 workers, and they will bring their family as well. So some of them might actually have had kids from... yeah, so they will bring their family as well. Oh, hello. We have a guy here moving in, so we're going to have to tell you. When you wake up in the morning, go down here and do some work for us, please. Oh, here as well? Excellent. You go down here and do some work for us. Yeah, so basically the state is going to be the parent, and that will free the parents off to go to work. Then, when they are of age, they will start going to school. So let's click this guy here. So we see the education level is under 1. When this hits 1, they will have the basic education. And if we go on to the university and click on one of the students here, so he has 1.17. When that hits 2, level 2 here, he will be a highly educated person, which means he can do more jobs. So as long as they get educated here by... yeah, we can't do any research yet. But yeah, so that's kind of how the education works. Very simple. Then we have the factory. How are we doing here? It seems like we are not... let's see. Okay, so we still have to fill up this to a certain threshold before they start moving the goods into the warehouse. That's just how it works. So when we come and pick up here, we're going to be potentially also picking up stuff from here. Yeah, okay. Also wear and tear. So all factories have 2 types of wear and tear. You have the building itself. I think we have talked about it, but let's go over it again. You have the building itself, which needs to have its facade fixed and, you know, all the good stuff. Then we have the machines, all the sewing machines, all the... do we have any other type of... maybe this guy. You have... oh, you have wear and tear. And you also see the productivity. If the wear and tear goes down to a certain amount, the productivity of the building is going to go down. And of course, also the productivity of our population also does affect. So you see this line here. So right now we're not very productive, but that's because we don't need to work more here. But let's say, for example, this guy here. So we have like 13% productivity. I think that should be enough. What temperature is it? It's 2 degrees Celsius out now. Let's go down to town. Go in here and click on here. So we can see they're all 24 degrees Celsius. Let's see if we can find the heat water tank. So that is basically the hot water you get in your sink. Basically, when you're going to wash your hands, you can basically scald yourself with 70 degrees Celsius. This thing here is the heat exchanger. So if this goes down, we should perhaps have this be a little bit better. So let's crank this up to 20. I think it's better that we actually have more people working here than necessary. Oh, also we finished this guy. Ah! We had some vehicles that we would like to shove in there. So these two, you guys, you come with me. And then we're gonna go and tell them to live here. And you go and live here. Then we're also gonna need us to take this guy. We have done this wrong, haven't we? This should have been a flatbed. Alright, we can fix this. We can fix this. We only have 2 flatbeds. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is going to be rough. Okay, so let's see what we actually need here. We need plastic, electronic components, electronics, and fabrics. Now, I know that our vehicles, they don't need electronics. The only thing that needs electronics are electrical vehicles. So we are not going to be bringing in that, and that's good. That's actually a good thing. Because, we're going to be telling you to go down and live here. And then we're going to take one of the flatbeds and tell you to move up here. Okay. We'll wait for the truck to arrive. We can't kind of see what they can move until they get in here, so they can see, oh yeah, that's right, we have a flatbed, so we can move that type of stuff. So as soon as he gets in here, we should get this. There we go. So we're going to be loading up steel. Let's pause here for a second. And then we'll tell you to load 90% steel is a little bit much. What is the... oh, actually, 90% isn't actually as bad. Let's just do 50%, so 5 tons of steel. That should be fine. So now he should go and fix that. Then we're also going to tell these guys here, you... This is going to be a little bit more complicated. Okay. We're going to need plastic. We're going to need mechanical components. We're going to need electronical components. We're going to need fabrics, which we already are picking up. Then we're going to unload here. Since we also are loading electronics from the border, we're going to have to... If we don't click anything, they will just fill in everything. So we're going to have to make sure that these are done and not that. Because we don't want to waste money putting electronics in here. That is just silly. 40%. Actually, I think we could... 50%. Internal storage here is not very good. So maybe 90% is a good thing. We'll do 90%. So now that we are supplying this building with resources, we can also make sure that we are having 3,000 meters range. So that should be everything. That's 1,000 meters. But yeah, we kind of would like these guys here to move as far as humanly possible. So let's say we have a truck that breaks down here. Then, you know, he can't drive into the repair shop. So we're going to be sending these 2 trucks out to go and repair out here. Did I actually see something interesting here? Vehicles is transporting... Yeah, okay, fair enough. How many people do we have? Do we want to have to work here? I think 5 is more than enough. For now, at least. Another thing we can deliver in here is fuel, which could be nice. So let's get some fuel in there as well. Allow the repair cancel when long idle. I don't know what that means. Allow repair in buildings, vehicles online. What does that mean? Allow repairs in building, vehicles online. Okay, I think I know what that means. So basically, we have a bus line here, right? Now, if that they should be repaired here because it's within the catchment zone of this building here. But if they were outside the catchment zone, there is no way to repair them. And if we didn't have that, they will just go until they break. But if we have that, they will take a detour and go in here and get repairs. I think that's how it works. And let's also make sure that we have this guy set up. Trash is a new feature and an important feature. Where do we have... Oh, we don't have you built? Okay, so that means we're building up some trash inside the building. Okay. That is unfortunate. Can you tell me when you're done so we can... sort you when you're done. Also, it's a little bit annoying. When we zoom out, like here, it doesn't seem like the containers are sorted. Zoom in one little nudge, then we can see them. Also, what is the range of this guy? Not very long. But this should have everything within range. So that should affect the loyalty of our comrades. And let's also turn off the... that one here. We would rather like to see these. And how are we doing with production here? Are we still filling up here? Or are we filling up clothing in here now? We are filling in clothing in here now. So that is good. So that means when we get over 7.3 tons, wasn't that it? We're going to be selling that and make money because that is currently now the only way we have of making money. This building, though, it does pollute a little bit. Not like super much. I think it's enough to have it. Well, we potentially could have had it further back here. That would probably have been better, but yeah, I think we're kind of limited by factory connection here, and they're not like super long, unless you would like to have some sort of forklift operation going on there. But I think we can manage without that. So good news, I guess. How are we doing here? Are we taking care of the... I almost said the fallen. So he's 17. I think at age 21, I think he will move out and join the society here. And let me see here. Okay, we have 9 birth and 2 death. Things are going well. So I think we'll also start working on 2 of those. We'll set one of them to high priority. And we're also gonna let them notify us when the building is done. So we'll basically just build up all these buildings here. Also a little bit tempted to maybe upgrade the roads here. We'll start with the middle. You don't need any workers because we have room for mechanical or mechanism here to do the work. And we're also going to make sure that you're being built, because I do believe we set this to yeah, activate construction. So now they shouldn't be activated. We have to manually click on them to activate them. And that's good. That's good. It's all good. Are we having issues here now? Getting people out? It doesn't seem like that. They should be able to go down here and around. That is also a vital thing you have to think about when you're upgrading your roads. So when we get to the point where we'd like to upgrade this little this little road here, we're going to have to make sure that they have a way out of the building. So that means we're just going to hook up a footpath to that. How are we doing with the educated people? It's going down. It's going down, but we are working on it. I hope. Yes, we are working on it. Yes, we are. Kind of curious what we should go for next. I also would like to see, where's the hospital? Hospital? Where are you at? Oh, look at that. They have done something. Ah, this guy here. Hello there. So, let's set that up. Like so. So now the trash from here is going to be delivered in here. Perfect. Price of iron ore is going down, which is going to affect the price of iron and steel a little bit, which is good. Would be... I do kind of want to make this. It's not super expensive. It is expensive though, but it's not like, oh, this is going to be pain to deal with. But that is going to provide our Republic with a lot of money. But we're also going to have to use some workers on it. So we could have like a tiny little... And that's going to be a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Also, did we do a little... Yeah, they're picking up from here. But these are not. Yeah, I know, I forgot something. So we're just going to copy that one to all the construction offices that we have here. We're going to make a new one. A big one. This guy here. Which we could potentially activate. Low priority. Do something like that. Where's the road? The road goes in here. We'll put an asphalt road in here just for sake of argument. Sure, you're being built. You're gonna need workers to finish this job, right? Yep. Currently, the snow is upon us, which is... it's going to be interesting. So we're going to be bringing you up here, see if we actually have enough throughput of workers here. And are we also going to be able to bring the people back now? Because the trucks are moving only at 21 kilometers per hour until the snowplow gets here. And so we'll see here. Are you going to be able to get these delivered back home? That's kind of what we need to look at. Yes. With a fairly good margin as well, so I don't think we need to worry much about that. We could potentially have made an asphalt road here. Make the trucks go faster. And it also seems like... Let's see. Temperature is holding. Let's get up here. Those buildings that is 20 degrees, that basically means we haven't built them yet. Right, so what is our current thing that we are building? We are building you and you and the road and a construction yard here. So basically when we build this guy up here, we're going to be moving all of those construction yards, all the vehicles from here into here. I kind of also would like to get some proper fueling stations. The free ones are good. They do their job. Looks is everything, right? Right, we're gonna get enough people in here. I don't think we're gonna have problems this winter. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we're gonna have problems here. Education, how are we doing here? We are educating 2 people. We had, what, 74? Still haven't. It takes a while for them to get the education they need here. I wonder if we also should click one more here, so that we have even more people going there. And we should only pick up basic and non-educated workers. All the educated workers are going to stay in town. Now, there will come a point in the far future where we're going to have to pick up the educated people as well. Things goes to plan. Everybody's going to be highly educated, and well, that means that we're going to have no people here. So the solution for that is just click in here, go in here, and click this guy here, that guy there, and that guy there. And then we should be delivering smart people here as well. Even the smart people are going to be shoveling coal. It's going to be a glorious day. But for now, we are kind of struggling. I wonder if we should set yeah, let's set a minimum here of 5. Sorry, a maximum of 5. So we're gonna try to fill up 5 people here. That should allow us to educate all the people that needs it. Right? And we can go over our residential zones here. If we click on one of these with people in it, if they are kind of lacking something, it will say here. So there's only 2 people. So that's probably are doing good. This one is full. So they need a place to visit, a church or a place of spirituality. I think that is going to... No, not quite yet. We haven't gotten to the point where we need to deal with crime yet. Crime is not an issue. Is it hospital? It's basically just a staffing issue. And they will get there in due time. How many people do we have here? 3 people? Don't need that many. Fire station. 1% of all the people here is going to go here. I'm just trying to think if there is any other... So, with 2 people here, we can host 20 people. And, well, there is not that much people here. I think we can even bring that to 3. We can have 50 people here working the treadmill and the pool at once. Should be fine here. 60 people. Let's bring that down. Should we try and bring it down to 5? So we kind of need to... This is very risky, though. This is very risky. We'll see when their shift is over, how many people we actually can cater to. So we can cater up to 28 people with, or 35 with just 5 workers here. And it's going to be a while before we have that many people in the shopping line. The thing that could happen, let's say we run out of food, for example. This queue here are going to go low, but as soon as we get food, everybody is going to run out here and try and get food. And then we're going to have like a boom in the amount. So yeah, there is a lot of things to take in consideration with this game. We did finish something up here, whatever that was. Oh, another building. Another building. So we're just going to slowly build up our population over time. I think that is the best way of doing it. Especially when we have our own house rules. I'm just a little bit worried when they're going to start complaining about crime. Because as soon as they start complaining about that, we're going to have to act. Because that means, well, we probably don't... Let's put 5 people in here. 3 people in here. And let's say 6 people in here. And that is all gonna go towards law and order. And we're also gonna need educated people here, so that's kind of why I would like to wait as long as possible, so we could potentially educate our population. Let's increase that to 6. So for now, we're gonna be basically just fiddle around with things, try to make things work, try to kind of manage things, micromanage things a little bit. One person can keep 16 people occupied here. Okay, 3 people can keep 51. That's good. That's good. Getting to the point where we start research, we're gonna need to have. I think we're probably gonna need to have at least 100 educated workers. There we go. Something else got done. Another building. We're also going to have to, so it's minus 10 degrees Celsius and everybody's happy. That even makes me happy. But we wanted to do another thing. This guy. So these 3 buildings here, we don't have any people living in. So, there's that. How is trash collection coming along? We have, let's say, we have 1.15 tons of mixed waste. We have 300,000. We could and we should make something interesting here. So we could build this guy here. This will allow us to buy hazardous waste. So basically, if it's a minus, if it's minus, then we have to pay. But if it's minus, then they are going to be paying us to take the hazardous waste into our republic. Now, what does that mean? That means we would like to build something out here. So just have a little bit of thing going on here. Tiny little operation. Could be nice. But, I'm just trying to think here. Okay, we're already building that guy. Make sure you tell me when that is done. We just need 7 people here. Did we set that up? Yeah, did. So maximum 1 microbus load worth of people. Speaking of people, how are we doing? Are we sending any people back? Yes. Now you see they wait until they kind of have divided out a certain amount of distance between each bus here. If we had a fixed time, the fixed time is gonna look at, I think, this guy here. So he will try to maintain 30 seconds. Now this is 30 of our seconds, not 30 of their seconds. So he will try to keep this within every 30 seconds, have a bus coming in here. So if we set that to 45, we're probably going to have a couple of buses standing here just waiting, which could be a good thing, but it's going to be hard to time things here. As you see, we are very, very low on worker here, which is probably going to affect the heat that we have here. Not yet. It's a slight delay on like the slack the workers are doing here, until it will have consequences out here. So now you can see the needle has moved a little bit up, so that's a bit scary. Yeah, we have kind of semi-successful. Oh gosh, come on, people, get educated. We are dropping people. People are being born though, so we have 21 being born, 7 people died. So our republic is it's growing. Actually, we have some issues here. We have way too many people in here in the orphanage. That could be literates. We have 4. Now I think if we have 0 workers here, they're just going to be children that is not taken care of. So, alright, we're going to have to read up on something here. The orphanage is in this category. Maximum visitors. So we can have it maximum 45 orphanages here. And I think if we only have like the capacity to care for like now we can care for 8, but if we had like 9, there will be another line down here saying children without care. Also propagandizing them a little bit. So we talked about this a little bit. So we can't see their loyalty. We can't have like a loyalty check on them until we build a secret police. Now, when we build a secret police, we can see, oh, this guy is so-and-so loyal. And it all goes towards the happiness bonus of our population. So let's say this guy has like 50% loyalty, and that is going to count into the happiness bonus. And this is kind of the most important thing. Eventually, this is also going to be important. The crime. Is he a criminal? Do we need to deal with that? Or do we need to put him in jail? So when he goes to jail, he will stay here for a little bit, and he's going to be losing crime as a stat for each day he is here. And again, the day and the years, that kind of is not the same. We probably also would like to adjust sentences here. We'll bring down the medium crime a little bit. We're going to be light on crime, and yeah, something like that. So if you do a serious crime, 6 years, that's fine. Medium crime, 2.6 years. Minor crime, 1.2 years. I mean, if you steal a candy bar, you don't have to... Oh, hello. There we go. We have another person moving into this building. Make sure that he goes and work at the bus stop. We have sorted all of these, right? Yes. And are you within range? Yes. Got a little bit worried here. But yeah, so we have kind of... I think we have a fairly successful starting town here. Now it's going to take a little bit of time to get the full might of the Republic rolling. We need to grow our population. We also probably don't want to waste too much money, so maybe working on this is probably not a good idea. It is a way of making money early on. But for now, I think this is the best way. So we're going to be... for each clothing we make, we're going to be spending 2 fabric. So if we go in here... So in here, and have a look. How much is it for fabrics? Fabrics. So bring up the calculator so we get an exact number. So we're going to have to buy 2 of those. So that is 434.07. And we need 2 of those. So multiply that with 2. That is 868.14. And then we can sell clothing for 1. Let's see here. We can sell the clothing for 1,450. 19 rubles. And then we'll just subtract the previous what it costs for 2. That's 868.14. And that will leave us with 582.05 rubles. Yeah, that's kind of profit margin on 1 ton of clothing. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But then again, we are also consuming and oh, where are we going down here? Starving. Are we shouldn't be starving. They shouldn't be starving. Why are you guys starving? Did we have a little issue here? Maybe we'll bring that up to 6, maybe? Could be that everybody has the day off at the same time. That could be. Let's bring it up to 10. I mean, should be safe for a while then. Oh, we only have 1 working here? That's not good. What's up? Did all the people leave? Or is it like a weird shift change where everybody has... Oh, okay, so here we go. We are actually starting to see a nice little bend in the right direction at the education, the university education. What are we doing here? This is going up fairly decent. This is good to see. I just want to see, how can I, there we go. Now our population curve, this is the total population all time since we started. 24th of August, right? There we go. Yeah, I think that is going to be it for today. We're still in the middle of the winter. We still have a couple of months left of snow. And, yeah. What should we do next? I'm kind of curious. We're probably going to spend, like, 1 or 2 episodes basically just babysitting our republic. It's a small republic with need for oversight. So so going overall, look at that. He's gonna be unhappy. Just nobody giving him alcohol. That's not good. And nobody want to do sports. And we have plenty of workers out here. And we're almost done with this. So yeah, I think that is kind of where we're going to be leaving off this episode. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, there should be a like button, a comment section, of course, a red subscribe button underneath the video. It all goes towards helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. So yeah, until next time, take care and keep smiling.